Think back. Have you ever been hurt so badly that all you could think about was getting even? Maybe it was a friend who betrayed you, a partner who lied, a coworker who took credit for your work. What did you imagine doing? It's normal. Studies show that when we're wronged, our brain's reward centers light up at the idea of retaliation. Literally. Planning revenge can feel good, like justice is being served, like you're restoring balance to the universe. But here's the twist. Acting on that feeling almost never gives long-term satisfaction. In fact, it often prolongs the pain. Social psychologist Michael McCullough once said that revenge is like drinking salt water. It feels refreshing at first, but it only makes you thirstier. Neuroscience backs this up. When we act on revenge, the brain doesn't actually resolve the original hurt. Instead, it reinforces it. It's like picking at a wound, over and over. And what does that do to us? It sours relationships, destroys mental health. It can consume weeks, months, or even years of our lives. And often, the person who hurt us? They move on. Meanwhile, we're stuck holding the grudge, like a bag of burning coal. You don't have to be a general or a king to burn everything down. You can do it in a text message, a cold silence, a calculated career move. Carthage and Rome, Alexander and Darius, Cleopatra and Octavian, Shakespeare's Hamlet, the Hatfields and McCoys. History is filled with people and powers that couldn't let go. And the result? Empires toppled, dynasties crumbled, families destroyed. Take Carthage, for example. As we explored in a previous story, they had a chance to rebuild after Hannibal's defeat. But Rome couldn't let go of their fear, or hatred. So they burned Carthage to the ground, salted the earth, wiped it off the map. It didn't make Rome stronger, just colder. Revenge is not strategic. It's emotional, and it almost always clouds judgment. The Trojan War began over a love triangle. The 30 Years' War, a chain reaction of retaliations. In modern times, we see it in politics. Endless partisanship where no side is willing to forgive, only escalate. We see it in corporate backstabbing, in legal disputes that drag on for decades. So why do we keep doing it? Because revenge, for all its destruction, gives us the illusion of control. Revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, subtle, internal. It's the grudge you hold against your parents, the friend you've ghosted, the partner you subtly punish in arguments. At the root of it is hurt. But we're often taught not to show hurt. Instead, we weaponize it. Psychologists call this rumination, replaying a hurt over and over until it distorts everything. It's linked to anxiety, depression, even physical illness. The brain treats emotional pain as physical pain, and revenge is like scratching that injury until it bleeds. But here's the kicker. Forgiveness isn't about letting them off the hook. It's about freeing yourself. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean excusing the offense. It means choosing peace over poison. As psychiatrist Viktor Frankl wrote, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose. So how do you actually let go of revenge? First, acknowledge the pain. Name what hurt you. Avoid the trap of pretending you're fine. You can't heal what you won't feel. Second, consider perspective. Why did they do what they did? This isn't to excuse them, but understanding reduces obsession. Third, get it out. Write, talk, express. Revenge festers in silence. Expression is a release. Fourth, redirect the energy. What can you build instead of break? What version of yourself are you becoming? And finally, Forgive. Not for them, but for you. You deserve the energy it takes to keep hating. Because in the end, the real revenge isn't destruction. It's peace. It's moving forward while they stay trapped in the past. We need a new code of strength, one that values restraint as power, forgiveness as courage, and empathy as intelligence. Social media tells us to clap back. Movies tell us to kill the villain. But real life is more complicated. And real maturity is choosing peace in a world that glorifies vengeance. It's not always easy, but it is always freeing. The next time you're hurt, ask, what does victory actually look like for me? Is it watching them suffer, or walking away lighter? In history, the strongest leaders were often the ones who chose diplomacy over dominance. The strongest people in your life probably did the same. Be one of them. Vengeance feels like fire, but peace feels like freedom. We all have a Carthage inside us, something we want to destroy, because it once hurt us. But before you light the match, ask, is it worth the ashes? Forgiveness doesn't erase history. It rewrites the future. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do isn't fight back. It's let go.